Hi and welcome to the pick a card reading for July predictions. I have 4 piles here prepared for you and I'm excited to dive in. If you want to know any of the decks that I will be using in this pick a card reading, you can find them in the description box below. Let's go over the piles. We're starting with pile 1 with the Snowflake obsidian, pile number 2 the Malachite crystal, pile number 3 the Sunstone, and pile number 4 is the Opalite. So take a little bit of time to meditate on the choices, if you will, figure out what pile or what crystal you feel most drawn to, and then I'll meet you at the timestamp, which you can find in the description box. Hi, pile number 1, you chose the Snowflake obsidian, really cute little tumblestone, and let's see what the message is for you. Sky above you, earth beneath you, fire within you. I feel like this quote wants you to stay grounded but still not lose the fire within you, the passion that you have for what it is that you do. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take cards from the Happy Tarot as well as the Zombie Tarot, and we're gonna take a look at what your blessings and challenges are for the month ahead. We're first gonna take a look at the blessings. So we have the King of Swords. This indicates as a blessing you are allowed and you have the opportunity to take authority over your life. This can mean a bunch of different things. This can be literally becoming an authority figure, a higher position in, for example, the company that you are working at. This could be the boss that at the company that you work at having a positive influence on you, and you overall thinking more logically, and you are more able in the month of July to make logical decisions and to really use your mind and your logic when making decisions. Then we also here have the Empress card, and the Empress to me is always a card of self-care, which is interesting because I'm gonna pull a self-worth prompt as well, and I feel like I have been talking a lot about self-worth on this channel, and I think the Empress card really wants you to lean in there for the month of July, to take care of yourself, fully bathe yourself in the Cancer season, take care of yourself. Don't be afraid to stay home once in a while, to really take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, and to also allow yourself to be a little bit selfish, because you can and you are allowed to. Then I also have here the Page of Pentacles, yes. And the Page of Pentacles to me means being very focused on your goals, being very goal-oriented, and figuring out or starting to figure out what it is that you want to do, but also starting to now work on those goals. So maybe right now you are in the orientation phase, thinking about where it is that you want to go, and I feel like in the month of July you're gonna figure out your way, you're gonna figure out what it is, what way you want to go on, and you're gonna be able to start that journey. For the challenges here, first we have the Sun, and with this as a challenge, usually I would say the Sun is about being authentic, being very positive, or being optimistic, but that is a challenge for you in the month of July. So you are finding it really hard to see the positive in things. You are very challenged in optimistic thinking, so you might lean a little bit more into that pessimistic mindset, but now that you know that, you can sort of work against that. And I feel like that also almost corresponds a little bit with the message that we had at first: sky above you, earth beneath you, fire within you. Knowing where things need to be in your life, and that sometimes when things aren't where you want them to be, that you can still stay optimistic and you can still make things work, and it doesn't mean that horrible things are happening, but that you can be positive. Another challenge for the month of July, here we have the Page of Wands, and this again really talks about that fire within you from the earlier quote, because the fire within you, that is the Page of Wands to me. It is about being excited to start things that you are passionate about. It's about experimentation, it's about trying new things, but you are being very challenged. Either the things that you need to try are very challenging, or you're just having a hard time allowing yourself to try new things, and I feel like that could be a challenge for you in the month of July. And then the last challenge that I have here is the Six of Swords, which is a transition period. So it could be that right now you are in a transition period and you're just having a hard time dealing with it. Things are moving forward, you're gonna have to leave things behind, you're in this transition phase of your life with a certain situation, and it's a challenge. It doesn't have to be like something that goes wrong, but it's just challenging to deal with that. It could also be that you need to sort of move into that transition phase, and that is the hard, tough thing for you to do. That is a challenging thing for you to do, to sort of just move on, to move forward, and you're having a hard time with that. Now I want to grab a card from my Thera-pets deck, which is really, really fun, and I'm just gonna cut the deck and we're gonna grab a quote. It's okay to be uncomfortable, it's okay to be scared, you will succeed in spite of these things. Yeah, I think you might be feeling a little uncomfortable, a little scared to experiment, to try new things, but it's okay to be scared. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not have all the answers and have everything in place exactly where it needs to be, because you will succeed in spite of all these things, in spite of all of these factors. Let's grab another one. You're strong, smart, you got this. Well, I don't think I need to add anything more to that. So pile number 1, this was your reading for the month of July. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Please let me know in the comments down below how it resonated. This tarot reading is very different from what I usually do. I usually just use one tarot deck, sometimes an oracle deck, but I've got all these new decks, all these oracle decks that I wanted to try, that I wanted to use. So let me know how you like it. If you want to see more pick a card readings, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. You can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me if you want to. Link is in the description box. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 2, you chose the Malachite crystal. Really beautiful crystal. I'm gonna put it here in the corner for you, and we're gonna take a look at your quote. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Is there something that you've really been wanting to do, that you've been wanting to take a risk, that you've been wanting to take a plunge at, if that's the right terminology, but you've been really afraid, you don't know whether it's the right option, it's the right choice for you? Here's your affirmation, here's your confirmation: buy the ticket, take the ride. So I'm gonna put that here, and I'm gonna shuffle the cards for you, and we're gonna take a look at blessings for the month of July for you, as well as challenges. First with blessings, with the Happy Tarot. How fitting. Blessings for pile number 2. We're starting with the 8 of Wands. Things are starting to really pick up. You are gaining momentum. Things are I want to say slowly, but no, not slowly, pretty quickly starting to work for you. Things are falling into place as you want them to, or if they are falling into place not as you want it to, it's still going to be beneficial for you, or it's going to help you move forward, it's going to propel you. I think this has to do with the decision here that you need to make, that you've been thinking about for a long time. Like I said, things are starting to fall into place and things are happening for you. So that is really, really positive. The 8 of Wands could also indicate some sort of message coming along your way that is gonna really move things forward in some way. I hope that that makes sense for you. Let's see what other blessings we can get. Here we have the 7 of Pentacles. You've already put a lot of work into whatever you are doing, and you are starting to see the fruits of that sort of come true. You're seeing the fruits of your labor. What is the word? Like, it's growing, okay? Things are going well. You're seeing progress in whatever it is that you are doing, in whatever it is that you already have put a lot of effort in. And that is going to be one of the blessings for you in the month of July, that you see progress and you see your hard work. You're starting to see benefits from your hard work. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Yes, I had to think for a little bit. The Knight of Wands. And this is about adventure. Like, if this is the buy the ticket, take a ride card, if that is you wanting to take an adventure, wanting to do something that is completely out of your comfort zone, then that is going to turn out to be such a blessing, whether that is opportunities coming from there or it's just going to be a really, really, really fun, amazing experience. It's something like that. So, wow, that's really fun. I'm getting a lot of energy out of your reading already. So let's now take a look at the challenges with the Zombie Tarot. So let's take a look at the challenges for you in the month of July. I have, interestingly, Six of Swords. It's the same as I got for pile number 1. So you're starting to get into this transition period, or you will really have to move forward. You know that a change is sort of coming and it needs to happen. You know, maybe mentally you need to move on, because we do have the Suit of the Swords here. So we can think about something to do with communication, with mental, with thinking, that sort of things, mindset shift. Things need to change in order to move forward, but it's gonna be not easy. It doesn't mean that it's bad. Challenges for the month, like challenges that I'm pulling, it's not that things will not go well. It's just that it's gonna be challenging for you to deal with it. But now you know that these are things that you are possibly going to be dealing with in the month of July, so you can sort of prepare yourself so the challenge hopefully isn't going to be as hard. But yeah, you're going to find it difficult to put yourself through this transition period and to move forward, and there might just be some things that you're going to have to deal with that are pretty challenging regarding that. So let's see what else I can get for you. Here I have the Magician. The Magician to me is a card of taking inspired action. So whether that means that you are not really feeling inspired, that you're not really feeling like you are in the right place, or starting something new that has to do with your talents, but you're a little bit maybe insecure about whether you deserve to be here. I don't know why I'm just thinking that, but I am. And this might be a message just for some of you, that you are right now where you deserve to be because of your talents, because of the action that you took, and you might have some doubts about it. Or if you are a little bit before that and you are trying to take inspired action, you are allowed to be where you are. And if, for instance, someone hired you to be somewhere, or if someone decided to date you, you deserve that. You deserve that, and they chose you for a reason, and you're not a fraud. And that might be something like almost imposter syndrome. That sort of vibe is what I'm getting here from the message, and that is something that you might find very challenging. And doesn't even have to be like specifically in a relationship or in a career. It could also have to do with that experience, like you're maybe usually not someone who experiments a lot, who goes on adventure, and you're like, oh wow, I feel like such an imposter here, pretending that I'm so adventurous when really I am not. It's that sort of challenging energy, whatever that looks like for you. And then the last one is the Hierophant as a challenge. So what we can see with the Hierophant as a challenge, this could be problems in a marriage. It doesn't have to be your own marriage, but anything that is challenging, that is affecting you. Having troubles in a marriage, having trouble with the system, having trouble with tradition, with the way that things always have been done. This can be government. There could be a challenge within that. Now, I understand that is very, very broad, but it's that challenge that you're going to be dealing with. So something to do with government, or with marriage, or with big institutions like that are going to be challenging. Okay, now I want to take my lovely Thera-pets Oracle deck. So I'm just gonna shuffle it a little bit. This is like a huge Oracle deck, okay? So I'm just gonna cut the deck and we're gonna take a message. Here I have, you don't have to be perfect to be lovable. Exactly, I feel like this is with that imposter syndrome again. You don't have to be perfect to be lovable. You don't have to be perfect to deserve love, to deserve appreciation. You don't have to be perfect to be appreciated for who you are. So I like that, I like that. Okay, another message. You are strong, you are resilient, you will defeat this. So if there's anything else that you are currently struggling with, anything else that is challenging you right now, know that you are strong, know that you are resilient, and you will defeat this. You have the opportunity to move on from this. It's literally in the cards. So pile number 2, I really hope this helped. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. You can subscribe to this channel if you want to see more pick a card readings like this, or book a personal tarot reading with me if you want to. Link is always in the description box below. But for now, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 3, you chose the Sunstone. Really cute little stone, I like it. So let's take a look at what the affirmation message here says. It says, hold your head up. I think you just need a little pick me up. Maybe you are right now in a little bit of a dip. Maybe some of you are in a very big dip down right now, but you need to know to, or you are encouraged to hold your head up and things will look brighter. So let's go with that and grab some cards, pull some cards to see what the blessings for you in the month of July are. Let's see, what will your blessings be in the month of July? I'm taking this from the Happy Tarot, okay? So appropriate. I have the 5 of Swords. You're really gonna figure out the true intentions of some people. Now, that might not necessarily be a blessing because it's not gonna be a really fun thing to go through, but it's gonna be necessary, okay? Here you see, this is like winning at all costs. Someone taking things from you, taking things from someone else, and it's like someone is walking away with everything, and 2 people here are walking away with nothing, and they're feeling very defeated. So it could be that you're gonna walk away feeling defeated, but you'll also know that you made the right decision to, I don't know, cut them off. That's the idea that I'm getting here. And it doesn't necessarily have to be friends. It can always be anything. It can be family. It can be within your career, within your co-workers. And also, I'm thinking, because this is the sort of the suit of the sword, and it's mental. So it's like mentally letting go, mentally understanding that, and maybe even communicating with them that you are done, that you are looking out for your own mental health, and that you're not gonna let them take all of the swords anymore, and you're gonna just find your own swords and they can suck it. So being strong enough to deal with that. Here we have the Page of Cups. So here we see someone who's really content, really happy, and almost starting a journey. That is what I see with the Page of Cups, at least. Starting a journey of self-love and self-acceptance. And I feel like that is something that we've been seeing here in these cards. The acceptance of yourself, the loving yourself, the finding your own happiness. It's that sort of energy. Sometimes a Page of Cups or any court card can indicate a certain person coming into your life. But I think the blessing is that you're gonna be this person for yourself. And if this does indicate other people, then by removing this energy from the 5 of Swords, you're making room for people with this energy to come into your life. So who do have your best interests in mind, who do care about you, to have them in your life. So let's see what else we can get for blessing of the month of July. I have the Knight of Wands. I got this card for the previous reading as well, for pile number 2, and this is a card of adventure. So maybe you just need to go out a little bit, and it doesn't have to be like super social if that is not something that you are comfortable with. But to go out and to do something fun and to do something spontaneous and to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And by doing that, you can sort of show yourself that you are capable of so much more than maybe you thought. And you don't have to do that all the time. You don't have to go out of your comfort zone all of the time, but sometimes it's nice to show yourself that you can. Let's take a look at the Zombie Tarot for the challenges of the month of July. I had to think about that for a little bit. We're going so quickly through months, huh? Month of July challenges. I have the 4 of Swords. Taking a rest. Yeah, get out there, do something fun, get out of your comfort zone, allow yourself to rest, take a little bit of a break. Again, the 4 of Swords is also sort of a like mental health check-in card almost, and a self-care card to remind us that it's okay to take a little bit of a break because we need to take care of ourselves. That's so important, okay? let's see what, and here as a challenge, I see that you haven't taken enough breaks or that you are finding it very hard to take breaks. Okay, I also have the Ace of Wands. I don't know what you are doing right now, but it's not really making a spark, or you're finding it hard in the month of July to figure out where your spark really lies. Like, what is it that sparks my passion? What is it that I can do throughout my life, throughout my day, throughout my week, month, to find joy in things and to get out of that pessimistic mindset that we talked about with the affirmation card here? What is it that I can do to find my spark? And that is going to be a challenge for you to figure that out, or it has been challenged. And yeah, you have the, I do think that you're gonna have the opportunity to sort of figure it out in the month of July, but it's gonna be a pretty big challenge. And we have the Lovers card as a challenge. To me, the Lovers card is about commitment, and having it here as a challenge indicates that you're gonna find it hard to commit to things. So even though you're also finding it hard to be super adventurous here and to get out of your comfort zone and to be more spontaneous, on the other hand, like, I'm not saying a fear of commitment, but it's tough for you to commit to things because you don't know how much you're gonna like being in this commitment, and you're gonna feel like you are almost locked, like you are almost locked in there, if that makes sense. So you're gonna find it hard to commit to things. And I'm not saying that you should commit to things either. It could also be that current commitments that you already have, that they are going to be challenging. So whether that is a career, a relationship, whatever, any commitment that you have like gone on, it's gonna provide a challenge in the month of July. So now I want to grab my Thera-pets or Thera-pets oracle deck. I'm gonna shuffle it, and then I'm gonna cut the deck, and we're gonna take a look at a cute quote for self-worth. So here I have, okay, this is the same one that I got for the previous pile. You don't have to be perfect to be lovable. You don't have to be perfect to deserve appreciation. You don't have to be perfect to be loved and to be appreciated. And then also, you have survived every day of your life so far. You really think today it will be the one that defeats you. This is a really nice quote to just have in the back of your head. And I feel like it very much goes back to this one here. Hold your head up, to think like, okay, you have survived every day of your life so far. And things might look really bleak. You might have some things going on right now that are feeling very negative, that are weighing very heavy, but know that you will not be defeated. You deserve to be loved. You have survived every day of your life so far, and you will survive this one and the next day as well. So that was your reading, pile number 3. I really hope it resonated. Please let me know in the comments down below how it resonated. You can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box, or subscribe to this channel, and or subscribe to this channel if you want to see more pick a card readings. I really love doing these, so subscribe. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 4, you chose the Opalite crystal. Really, really pretty crystal. So let's take a look at the quote that we have here. Look forward, not back. I don't know what is going on or what had been going on in your past, but you are very much encouraged to look forward and to not look back, to not sort of stay in the past, but to really move forward and to sort of move on with your life. Like for some of you, it might be a relationship that ended that you are very much maybe still holding on to, that time, that person. It can be someone who has passed away that you know that you're gonna miss very dearly, but it's not gonna do you any good to hold on to the past, but to move forward with those beautiful memories still with you. So that is what I'm getting from here. For the month of July, I want to take the Happy Tarot, and we're going to take a look at your blessings. So what are some blessings for pile number 4 for the month of July? So we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This struggle that you are currently going through, or a struggle that is coming up in the month of July, is gonna give so many blessings. You're gonna learn so much from it. You're gonna like learn actual lessons from this tough time that you're gonna take with you for years to come. I also see that if you currently are in a financial struggle, or if you have been in a financial struggle, things are gonna look up for you financially in the month of July. So that is always a good thing to know, that things will sort of work itself out almost. So let's take a look what else. I have the Knight of Cups. So this can indicate a new person in your life. This usually, when it does indicate a person in your life, it can be a romantic person or a friend. That can be platonic, it can be romantic. I feel like I'm being a little vague, but that is what could be here with the Knight of Cups. But I see it as opening yourself up, opening up your heart, and instead of looking back to the past so much, especially when it is this card for you is about a certain loved one, that you're gonna get opportunities to sort of open your heart up again. It doesn't mean committing to anyone, it just means opening yourself up. And to, like, the knights in the tarot to me really are about adventure, and this is an emotional adventure. So allowing yourself to move on emotionally, but in a good and respectful way, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, but that is sort of what I'm getting here. So let's see what other blessing I can get. The 10 of Cups, you guys. I don't know what happened here, and it's really hard because it will probably look different for everybody listening to this message. But if this is about a lost loved one, then one of the blessings that you have is that you carry with you the memories, the memories that you have with this loved one, and they're really going to turn out to be a blessing in some way or another in the month of July. But also you're going to have strength, you're going to gain strength, you're going to gain so much love, you're gonna feel so much love from the people that you have around you. I don't always see the 10 of Cups around as physical, actual family that you are related to, but they can also be people who feel as if they are family, that you have that connection, that emotional connection with. So that is like the loving people around you are going to be such a blessing for you in the month of July. So I think that's beautiful. So let's grab the Zombie Tarot and look at some challenges for the month of July. Okay, what are your challenges going to be? The 9 of Wands, you're going to struggle with being determined and moving forward. The 9 of Wands is like that last little bit before the finish line. That's going to be the hardest. You've already gone through so much shit, and the last little bit that you have to pull through isn't going to be easy either, but it has to be done to get to the other side and to sort of move on with your life, to go further. And yeah, the 9 of Wands is like that point where you've already walked so much and you're like, oh, I still have to do so much, but you're actually really like literally at the end. So it's gonna look like a lot, but it's nothing compared to what you've already been through. So that is something to keep in mind. Let's see what else for challenges for the month of July. The Chariot, yeah, motivation. The motivation to move forward. The motivation to, instead of going back with the look like these two cards, instead of going back, to move forward and to find the motivation, to find the inspiration to move forward. But also because a chariot is like the vehicle that moves you forward, what is going to help you move forward? Who is going to help you move forward? Does it have to be you yourself, or can you lean on the support of someone else to move yourself forward for that last little bit? And of course, after the last little bit, the journey is not over, but it's like the tough part that you have to get through first. And then we have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. So we do have two 5s here in your reading. And I had the 5 of Swords as a blessing for the group before you. So we're finding out who is good for you and who has your best interest in mind. Like in the previous group as a blessing, it was a good thing to figure that out. But here it's gonna hurt. You're gonna figure out someone who you thought was a loved one, that they're not a loved one, or at least that they don't have your best interests in mind, that they don't have the best intentions with you, that it's all about me, 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 and you can suck it. And that is going to be really hard to sort of be on the receiving end of that. Maybe it could be that people have this idea about you, that people maybe feel like you are being selfish, and that it's gonna hurt to hear that. But you know what? Sometimes we are allowed to be selfish, and sometimes we are allowed to take care of ourselves, especially when we're not doing well, and that isn't selfish. And if a certain person cannot handle that, and they need, like in this case, in the Five of Swords, it's about taking all the swords for yourself and someone else walking away with nothing. It's that, which person are you? Are you the one taking all the swords for yourself? Or do you feel like you have nothing and someone else has all the swords, but they are almost making you feel like you have all the swords, walking away? Does that, I hope that makes sense. Like, I'll try to put up the Rider-Waite-Smith image of the Five of Swords because it's gonna make more sense, but that is the idea that I'm getting here. So now I'm gonna take the Thera-pets Oracle deck and I'm gonna shuffle it a little bit. This is a huge deck, okay? So I'm gonna cut it. And we have, I think this card is so gorgeous. You need to give yourself time to heal, no matter how long that ends up being. Yes, so I talked about to look forward and to not look back and to move forward, but that is really hard. You're gonna need to heal in order to move forward, but you can also slowly start to move and walk forward while still working on yourself, while still trying to heal. And it's okay if that takes a long time. You know, healing yourself from things that really, really hurt you emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever. It takes time, and it's okay that that takes time. So let's see what else I can get for you. Oh, this is such a gorgeous card. I love how these two colors match. There's no rule that says you have to have everything figured out right now. Every step forward is progress. Exactly what I just said, I think. So pile number 4. I really hope that this reading resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments down below how it resonated. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. And subscribe to this channel if you want to see more pick a card readings like this. I really enjoy doing them. There will be a bunch more on my channel, so I would love to have you here. But for now, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye!